I'm here. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Or as Seamus from Watcher says, good relevant time of day to you all. How's everybody doing? Let me just change this. Stream topic. Continental challenges. Week 2 testing. I think that's what we're doing. There we go. Make you look nice and clean. Chorak, subman, enjoy the stream. Hope you did the weekend again. Yep, I might stream over the weekend. I have to see, not 100% sure. I might stream tonight as well. Who knows? Depending how tired I'll be, how much work I have to do. But if I stream tonight, I might just stream this instead, right? Because there's some big stuff that happened in that game. But now it's about Dragonheir. I'll just look, it's not looking blurry. Okay. Good morning, Daisy. How are you doing? Rhapsody Lee, hello. My ladies are here. My gals are here. Ready to party. Hope you both are having a good day so far. Preparing to go over into the weekend. I said, you know what? I need to test 2 more teams anyway. For the sake of the Continental challenges, which it's gonna reset on Tuesday. I might not have enough time to do everything on Monday or over the weekend, so I said might as well just go live, do some testing, and if we get a couple of teams that are pretty good, it's gonna be helpful because it's gonna give me some video ideas for the weekend at least. Right, for today, it's gonna be pretty straightforward. I think for today I'm gonna have 2 videos, which is gonna be one, we're gonna be looking over should we be summoning on this banner. As in, I'm gonna try and do it like last time, a perspective, or kind of like a view from different perspectives. In the sense that, some people might be for season, some people might be like lots of season in, like I am on my account. I'm gonna try and look at it based on what we have available and kind of like judge based on what people have. But pretty much TLDR, looking at the options over here, it's kind of like, I'm not 100% sure how good or how bad this guy is. I've seen some stuff, at least for example for my account, because I already have every single other wild hero. I think for me it just makes sense to get him. However, for most people, because I know a ton of people don't actually have Talethia, Talethia is the #1 choice. Yep, important job first, exactly. So for most people, Talethia is #1 choice because a lot of people didn't get her, and they have every other Aura hero, and you know what? She's just so good that you 100% don't want to skip it. When it comes to the other ones, it's kind of like quirky. I mean, honestly, the way that I'm seeing it, I think I'm gonna go with this is what's quirky. What would be the right choice for me? Because obviously for wild is gonna be fixed, so if you're gonna get copies. But then for aura, honestly, if I look at the aura heroes, I kind of have most of them leveled up. Right, like Diane's already awakened 4, inspired 4. Lenko's inspired 5, Talethia's only inspired 1. So obviously, getting more dupes for Talethia would be good, 2 inspirations. However, I feel like the other stuff would be more helpful for me because we cannot, we cannot get analysis no matter what we choose, right? Yep. So we get the 2 rally heroes, the 3 wild ones, and then the 2 burn ones. And 2 aura. And then, like I said, straight up, analysis is not available. This is going to be quirky for me. For most people, it's pretty straightforward, honestly. If you don't have Talethia, go wild. Go with, the fixed and aura. If you don't have, then the second one, from my point of view, is not going to be rally. Second one's going to be burn. If you don't have Pakeston, I'd say go with this, right? Wild and Pakeston. Now, my question is this. If somebody knows, let me know on Twitch or on YouTube. If anybody knows, because there's a quirky thing regarding who's what season, right? In the, for example, on previous banner, the only one that was like season 6 hero was Kurvida and not Saverio. So if you got lucky and hit an early premium, then there was it was guaranteed to be Kurvida, as Saverio was technically season 5 hero. Daisy, thank you for the Prime sub on Twitch. Appreciate it, Daisy. Thank you. Oh yeah, a little bit of a TLDR of people that maybe did not realize or not aware or, didn't catch up with everything. I pretty much had last Friday night or Saturday had an electrical fire in one of the rooms in my house. It was, you know, pretty scary. Pretty scary moment, pretty scary stuff. I made a video on my Godforce channel where I tagged this one and all that. And, you know, based on that, we kind of started like a GoFundMe. But I don't want to, you know, like, pin it in chat to, like, keep asking people to, you know, they want to donate and whatnot. I'm just, you know, it happened. We're moving on. Appreciate everybody that did donations. It's obviously been helpful because we see in Romania that the devil never comes alone. There's been a, you know, definitely, apart from the physical work and stuff, it's definitely been a financial hit, and those donations helped us a ton, so appreciate it. Wait a second, no. How do I delete my message? I don't want all of that. I really need to make a short link for my buff stuff, okay? I need to make a... You know what, let me just ask Susie to do that. Because it's such a long video. Let me just ask her, because she has Bitly. That one's pretty big, because if I try and put that on YouTube, it's gonna... Okay, does it work? Oh wait, no, it doesn't. It does not. But pretty much if you top up through Buff, you can use my, you know, my link. Then if you want to top up through Endgame, let me see. So Creator Code Endgame. Just to put these, you know, pinned comments on the YouTube and Twitch in case people want to support, right? That would be good. But like, yeah, I'm gonna get a shorter one. But luckily, why do you need to verify it's me, Mr. YouTube, bruh? Just YouTube all of a sudden has to verify me. Technicalities, chat, I'm sorry. Of course, it has to happen while I'm streaming. Like, I don't know why YouTube, I'm in the middle of streaming and YouTube's like, is it you? Like, who do you think it is, YouTube? Of course it's me. I just started streaming. Why would it not be? It's fine. Fine. Did you have an electrician check all the outlets in the house? So, luckily there were different fuses that I went to. So, just that room, we pretty much scrapped all the cables that went to the wall that were for the sockets in the utility room, but we did check the fuses, right, and the breakers for everything. We changed the ones that were not good. We changed the main one because the main one had too high amperage apparently, and it could take a lot of pressure, which means if there was a short circuit, it would not trip. And that's what caused the fire pretty much, because it's you know, it had 100 amps. I don't know how it's called in English. It had 100 on the main one, which is huge. You need that only if you have like a factory. So we changed that into a lower one. And that's small. But yeah, we pretty much, so the wires that kind of like were an issue, that were connecting to the utility room, there was like 3 of them. But even though only one was specifically affected, I just told the electrician just scrap all of those. I don't want to use the same wires that were in the wall that, you know, were part of the fire. So I told them scrap them all, and we got wires, straight new ones from the fuse that went to, from on the outside. We didn't like smash in the wall. On the outside, we put like a plastic thing that you would use for covering it. So we got basically from 2 different fuses, we got 2 different wires for the utility room, so they were not all on one single fuse. So for example, on one fuse is washing machine and boiler, and then on a different fuse and a different wire is the refrigerator that we have in there and dryer, which should be a lot better now. There shouldn't be any issues. Obviously, new sockets, new everything. But yeah, it's been a busy week, to say the very least. It's been a busy week. Okay, perfect. I have a shorter link, so let me do that. So let me see. That's the shortened link. Then let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do this, and let's change this huge link into the. Why does it keep going to the bottom? Like, let me do what I want. Come on, game. Or Twitch. Okay, it's Twitch is being stupid. So 1 second, guys. Again, technicalities. Just doing some technicalities, some admin stuff to you know, try and make things. Ah, they look so much better. Look so much better, and it should allow it to look nicer. Let's see. Boom. There we go. Let's pin this new one. There we go. And then same thing for YouTube. Let me just say unpin message. Let's go with this. It's still a bit longer. But that should be okay. Use my buffer playing. That looks nice. There we go. Looks a bit nicer. What did I do? Right, I said pin. Okay, a pin message. There we go. Okay. Admin stuff is done. Yeah, I can sleep peacefully. Exactly. It's like definitely do not want that. That was it was 100% a scary experience. Okay, back to this banner. So, I'm not sure if anybody knows. That's something that maybe I could check. Like, I know, Nef Gaming, the other Romanian content creator, has been playing on the Chinese server, and he can tell me, or like he's been playing on Chinese server, and I could see there if he actually knows, right? Or if he's seen, because the thing that I'm really interested again about is this guy and for example Taletia, are they both new season 6 ones or not? Because here's the thing, for my account, considering I have absolutely everyone, so I have everybody from this banner apart from the new one. Sorry, actually not absolutely everyone. I don't have a Sketias. Not sure I really care about Asketias, because he never comes to at the top to be like a must-have, right? So the two that are really good are these two. But here's the thing: if I hit good RNG and get a pull early, if both Thorgos and Taletia are on the banner, I would prefer to actually get lucky and pull Thorgos so that I can get another copy of Chorak. Because here's the thing: I've seen some people, and we're gonna see that especially in Continental Challenge, which should be relevant for other stuff, but Chorak does come up in teams as a quirky build. Let me see, is it here? There we go. So you see a burn team plus Chorak. Taletia season 5. Okay, that's good to know, Carl Morris. That's really good to know. Thank you. That's gonna be obviously really relevant and important when I do my video of Shouju Summon. Here's the thing: the reason why people use Chorak is because of this, because of Chorak's new exclusive artifact. Without the exclusive artifact, there's no reason for you guys to use Chorak, because Chorak's useless without that. Here's the thing though, here's what the exclusive artifact does that makes him viable for any team that he can pair with. Doesn't matter, as long as they're out to the 5-man synergies, it's gonna be, he's gonna be useful. Let me just ban these stupid, I don't need your, I don't need best viewers, and especially not from those websites. But the reason why this one's so good, it says the flame state increases dice roll results by 2. This is specifically only for wild. But the next part is the thing that can work for any team. For each stack of Flames Ablaze Chorak has, his damage ignores up to 4% defense. Again, don't really care. The next part is the important one. And all allies' damage dealt is increased by 2%. It says all allies. It doesn't say all wild allies. It says straight up all allies. That means that he can have up to 10 stacks, right? So each time a hero casts a kill, grants flame to one random ally, okay? Each time granting flame, the hero gains 1 stack of Flames Ablaze. Okay, so he can have up to 15 stacks. But it doesn't say that they go, right? They don't go away. I'm obviously going to test it because it might taste wild ones, but he can have up to 15 stacks. 15 stacks times 2, That's 30% damage increase for all of your team. Doesn't matter what you're using, right? For example, that's how you see the burn team do 1.5 billion. I barely can do like a billion. But these people, even though I have similar stuff, they do 1.5 billion because of this 30% damage increase just by having Chorak in there. That's massive. That's huge. So, ideally, that's what I would hope to get on my summons, right? So on my summons over here, I would hope to, whatever I choose, hope to pull a Thorghost early, right? Which I've not hit a premium yet this season on my way to 300. Or hope to pull him early so that I can choose at 300 so that I can choose Chorak so I can get his exclusive artifact. Because again, in order to get the exclusive artifact, you need a copy of him. Even though I don't have a Sketius, don't really care. Now here's the thing, what other thing would I go for? And if I go and look at that, it's, let me just look at fire, for example, the fire element. So when it comes to burns, again, Paixon's a premium, so let's not count him. I only have one Carf. Then when it comes to wilds, I have 2 in Erich, I have 1 in Felicity, but what would I really need, right? Because if you think, if I do build a wild team, let's say even with Chorak in it, especially with Chorak in it, I would have 3 wild heroes already. So it would be Chorak, it would be Flora, and it would be Thorghost. That's 3 of them. And then the 4th one would ideally, if I have a space for the 4th one, ideally it would be Felicity, because again, she also brings a different defense penalty. She's just amazing in the wild teams. That would mean I have a 4 wild team and a single support hero. And that single support hero will be Cinderella, but guess what? Cinderella's going to be taking the burn team. But we have the Chrysos banner, which should be coming at some point, so that should be the one that we get. And that's what I've seen in Neff. Neff had a team. Let's see, I think Neff had a team. Let's just quickly check it, right? Where he kind of like, or like not him, sorry. He was showing on the Chinese server people actually using a wild team. Was it this one? No, so there was people using a wild team. There we go. So look at this. This is the wild team. I know it's a bit blurry, it's just because of how he recorded, but pretty much you see 1, 2, 3, 4 wild heroes plus Chrysos as the solo support. Now, will it be as easy for us? I'm not sure, because obviously we will need, you know, these ones are all high inspirations, but you kind of get the gist, right? Chrysos 100% worth it, because you're going to want him to be as the support in that team, and obviously the damage is pretty high. Almost 600 million, but everything's Inspire 5 almost, so it's not as relatable, but still, you know, it's worth it. Worth to try and get him. So I think that's gonna be my only question for me. What do I choose? What do I choose between what? So what? Actually, no. What I choose? What do I pair with wild? And I 100% believe it should not be Aura. Because, again, like, yeah, I would love to get Talethia, but in order for Talethia to be good, I need to get 2 more copies, right? That's tricky. But for all of the other Aura people that I use along her, which are the 2, you know, Danta and Linkos, I already have them max inspired. When it comes to Rally is just not strong enough to be worth it. Like, they're doing really good. It's good to have a base team, but I don't think, or maybe actually Rally might be the way. But no, for Rally, I'm missing copies of Huberg and Filito, right? My Filito. Everybody else, I have Inspire 5, Laurentian Inspire 5 Halton, so I'm good with that. However, for Burn, again, it doesn't really show differently, but for Burn, the only other Burn legendary would be, what's his name? Karf. Sorry, Karf, and then what's her face? Mashtan, right? Let's see, Burn, and that's about it. Or Durham, which Durham again I have Inspire 5 as well. So that's, what do I choose, right? That's my question. What do I choose? Considering I would only need more copies of Karf, I think I would personally just go with a Burn. Because I just love Burn teams. Burn's amazing. And if I get more copies of Karf, I would really like that. Because I only have them Inspired 1. Let's see, Inspired 1 just takes less crit damage. 2, damage bonus, even though he's not the best. Get some crit damage, get some accuracy, ignores target resist. Honestly, getting these last 2, if I get him Inspired 5, he would pretty much not need any accuracy at all, almost. Where does Scar fit in the scheme of Burn? I think Scar can be the solo support, right? I don't have him. I don't really like talk about the new premium supports because it's close to impossible to get them for most people, but Scar is pretty much the solo support option for what I've seen, right? Because he brings everything. He brings all the buffs. He brings shares the hero's buffs with 3 allies, grants battle will to the hero, and selects all allies. I mean, look at that cooldown. Oh my god. Look at that. Look at that. 4-second cooldown. You keep swapping these. Baby account Sora going boom and vortex. Now I have Taleka, no timings, hit 100 mil, all version. Nice. That's a good start. That's a good start. Against battle, we're giving him healing, so he does healing. Reduces the duration of debuffs. Damage up, damage reduction. Oh my god, he's so good. This guy's just amazing. Like, he's pretty much a solo support. Straight up, right? He's a solo support. So definitely, he's kind of like a... What's it called? He's pretty much the Chrysos, the Cineralda, you know, the hero that you need. Okay, I need this one. I need to start pushing this one. But I need to do some... Actually, we unlock Fate, right? We unlock Meander Trial today as well. So yeah, that's my second video for today. I was like, what's going to be my second video? Video number 1 should you summon. Video number 2 is going to be Meander Trial. I'm just going to attempt to shit up full YOLO or like full auto push with the usual team. But you want him. Yeah, he's awesome, but here's the problem. We cannot choose him, right? There's no way we can choose a Scar. It's kind of difficult to be able to kind of like rely on him and at the same time do content on him. Look at me doing well. Oh yeah, there's my there we go. There's my elemental affinity stuff. Right? Just leveling up in Realm-wide Arena. I love Realm-wide Arena because it's a lot easier than normal arena, where, you know, there's very few people, it's really hard. So, I'm going straight with this, right? Because my best teams are Burn and the Aura team. So, this one's going to be good. Should be over HP mostly, so I'm going to start stocking this up. This one might be the second one. For Dauntless, it's kind of like the worst for me because I don't have that much stuff. Okay. But let's start looking at this. I think I pretty much did my... Because that's how I usually start in Dragonheir. And just go with my dailies. Like, okay, did I did everything over here? I did. I did my daily tasks. I did. I go into the Alliance commissions. I did all of them apart from summoning, which I don't care about. Then I checked, did I do stuff over here? Okay, let's see, competitive, victory, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we finally won for the first time. Equipment, I did this. Growth, I'm okay. Adventure, waiting on these. And then that's it, right? This is what I love about this game, right? If you just want to do dailies, 10 minutes, you're done. Pretty much in 10 minutes, you're done, and then you can move on with your day. For magic chests, I don't really care about it most of the time, so I just go in here, I go over there, and I just go quick challenge, blah blah blah. I personally do not care about it, right? Not sure about you guys and gals. If you care, I honestly don't care about it. It's like, yeah, there can be some good rewards, it's just I'm annoyed and I don't like it because it's so pushed in your face. And also this, why does it not show reset? Why does it not show when this resets, right? Not this 27 days. I think that's when the season ends. Why does it not show me when this one resets? Because I have no idea. Is it the same time as the normal arenas? Is it not? How does it go? In case I decide to care. We cannot tell, so that's what it is. But let's test out some of these teams. So the first two teams that are the best so far, based on what I've seen, are the Felicity team, which is Corrosion, and obviously number one is the Ivira challenge, that's the Burn. Then the other two, I think, that could be Rurba's challenge, could be again Ice Blast, I feel here. Then against Ifair, maybe Aura. I think I'm gonna start testing Aura over here. Astaion, I have a feeling I'm gonna have to test Dauntless. And then Orfena, I think, is gonna be, because they're so split on the map, I think against Orfena, the boss that the team that we will use will be Summoners. I'm not sure how much damage we'll do, but that's what I'm thinking. If you could do a video sometime on the tavern thing, and if you're supposed to get to level 12 in a school and then reset and go for another school, rinse, repeat, or stay with one school. I feel like that's the way to do it. I feel like that's the way to do it, right, based on what I've seen. But the problem, the reason why I don't like it, so the Tavern Gambit, I have no idea, like, when it resets, it doesn't show and whatnot. But I feel like this is... Oh, wait, maybe if I click ranking, again, doesn't show with ranking. Records, doesn't, like, I'm not sure. This one's pretty much, the more you fight, but currently I'm still in the, like, beginner one. So after you get past the beginner stage, I think it goes on to a schedule. Is it open or not? You go fight against each other, and the more you rank, the more rewards you get. The rewards are amazing. I don't like PvP, so this is my problem. However, when it comes to this, to the strategy challenge, you kind of like, again, ideally you want to get all the way to the top, based on the more you get, but it becomes so much more difficult. And the thing that I don't like is that you're pretty much really dependent on actually getting all the heroes, for most of them. Like, for example, for Shadow, if you don't have all the Shadow heroes, you cannot even do it. But the way that you would do it, and I think the way that we would try to do it, is when you go over here to the Legacy Coffer, whatever it is, right? This one, like you mentioned, I think you would have to just go all in on one. So, for example, let's see, Aura's my best one. I would just invest absolutely everything over here, right? And then I would just go, not split like I did. This is a mistake from my point of view, for me. I would reset everything and use all the resources in one single one. Once I beat everything 3-star in that, I reset and select the next one. Here's the quirky thing though. Here's the problematic thing. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There's 6 of them, and we can only reset these bonuses, right? The mark reset. You can only do this once per week. So do we still have 6 weeks to do that, to complete everything, or not? Is this gonna carry over in the next season or not? That's gonna be an important question, but I think that's the way to do it. And then obviously you would go over here and just level up everything that you have to try and give them as many stats as you possibly can, right? So for example, let me just do that, just to kind of like set myself up for that. Let me just go and let me reset my Shadow. Give me all the resources back from Shadow. And see, this is the problem, like, you can now reset the next one. So I reset my Shadow, so let me go and invest everything into Aura. Right, let's see, will I have enough resources or not? That's gonna be the question. You need this, you need that, and then just pretty much do everything that you can. And then you can, I think you can level up more stuff. So for example, let me see, let me push what's the maximum over here. Okay, and let's see what else can I level up. See, some of that, and then over here, some of this. I'm getting low on that one though, so anything else I can level up. Oh yeah, and you can select the attributes. So over here, obviously, I want more attack. No one free fire. I'm not summoning now. Does it say anywhere on my screen that I'm summoning? No, it doesn't, so I'm not summoning. But this is what I'm trying, right? So I should have not done the quick challenge, but it is what it is. I'll do it next time it comes around. But this is how I think it should be done. Just go all in on one, then reset, then go all in on the next one, and choose, I guess, ideally choose your best one. So for example, my best is Aura, because I also have Amon Lady, right? So this is what I should try and do. Now, am I going to be able to do all of it? I don't think so. I still think it's going to be an issue. Can we buy more tickets? I don't think so. Again, either, because I don't have them. But I'll have to wait for it to come back around. But ideally, here's the thing. I would have to go back and 3-star because I did not 3-star this. Did not 3-star that. Did not 3 So there's so many I didn't 3-star. I would have to go and do back every single one of those. So that's kind of like tricky. But that's pretty much the way that I would do it. I would have to go and do everything. I think it's going to be impossible to do all of it. But I think maybe as we get towards the end, the rewards are less important. No, all the rewards are good. So we pretty much need 36. I think it's 6 of them, right? Let me just get a trusty calculator. 36 times 6. Yep, 216. So if you get 36 stars, or like whatever, times 6, which is all the pairings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get the 36, you pretty much... That's how you get all of the rewards. So the more you manage to beat, the more rewards you get. So that's kind of like quirky. I think it's going to be impossible for me to finish it. But that's the way that I think most people should do it. And again, I learned from my mistake. I should have planned this early on. If we have the same thing next season, then I'm 100% going to do a more dedicated guide. Even though I hate it, I don't like it. I think it's a massive mistake the way that they did it. And, you know, for people that start new, they push magic chest in your face. That's annoying. My ladder looks like yours, yeah. But that's pretty much the way that this is going. You went Frost for more AoE. Yeah, it's I think I had some Frost. Just again, I reset it because for Frost is not gonna be one of my better ones because I'm missing the 2 premiums. I have no premiums for Frost, right? I do not have Vitar and I don't have Ethereal, so I'm not gonna care about it. After I'm done with Aura, hopefully get the max. Next one I'm gonna do is Shadow because I do have everything from Shadow. After that, next one I'm gonna go is gonna be Wild because again, I should have everything from Wild. Then the next one might be Dauntless, and then only after that Frost and Poison. But I'm 100% not gonna be finishing everything. That is what it is. I'm doing what I can and then move on with my day. Okay, let's see. Do we want to start with Ifeir testing or with Ice Blast Fruit Bath? I had already prepared the team against Fruit Bath. I already did a bit of testing, but again, just a bit, not much. I have a feeling against Ifeir is gonna be Aura people because there's 3 copies of him. Then for Astaion, I think might be Dauntless, and then again for Orphena, I assume is going to be the Summoners team. Because it does have the more debuffs you put on them, the better. Which means it's going to be a good team to use, you know, Dark Lady, because she does 3 debuffs. It's going to be a good team to use Defense Penalty, stuff like that. All units resistance reduced, so there's definitely no reason to get resist. And I think we're going to need some sort of a cleanser or debuff immunity. Which, possibly for this team, is going to be Nathaniel. And the reason why I think, let me just show you, the reason why I think against this team, the best one's gonna be the Summoners is because the way that they're placed, right? You see, they're so far away that even if you have damagers that do the diamond shape, right? 3x3 and then the ones towards the end, they still cannot hit him. So for example, let's go in with this one. Let me just show you. Let's keep her, right? Boom, boom. Look at that. So I can hit 2 of them. If I try to hit him as well, it doesn't work, right? So definitely all of these teams that are doing, you know, the diamond shape damage are going to be useless. Whereas if we go and use our summoner team, guess what? Lilwanis damage is full board. Like, you know what? Let me just do this for the sake of testing. Since I have it here. So let's do this. That. And then this. Let's see how this goes. See, this one, pretty much all the people that we care are doing full board damage. So first one is kind of like, what's her name? First one's the Dark Lady. Then Lilwanis obviously is the damage dealer. And then same thing for what's her name? Bernade, she goes all over the map. So this is why this team might be the best option. Is it 100% the best option yet? I'm not sure. But, you know, I'm going to test it and I'm going to see how it looks. I have a feeling, based on what I'm seeing, all these debuffs and stuff, and the passive that's really important is quirky, I have a feeling we're going to need some sort of debuff immunity instead of him. Because you see, we get our ultimate energy to be affected. But you know what? This might be the team. Nathaniel, I think, is going to be doing a decent job. Because again, he brings cleansing, he brings lots of buffs, he brings shield, increased defense. And the more buffs you have, the more damage you do. That's kind of like the way that the buffs for this fight work, right? Again, this is just a random team that I threw for the crown contest. It's not ideal. The damage looks really bad so far, but again, it's... Considering I just placed it from the other one, I didn't tweak it, test it, like you see some people die. It's quirky. I haven't done talents for the healer yet. Yeah, so I kind of prepared for some talents, but still, 217 with 2 minutes more to go. It's a start. I think, personally, I think this is going to be the team. Might just have to have a look at accuracy and stuff. But it's all units resistance reduced by 50%. This tells me that I don't need high accuracy, right? Because it's all units. It doesn't say just me or just them, because everything has high accuracy. Low resistance, which means that we need really low accuracy. There's no point to try and get high resist. So the ideal point over here would be either a debuff immunity, which very limiting, right? The only debuff immunity that's kind of like AoE is Thea, but she only does it for range units, and she only brings one buff, invisibility, and then debuff immunity to all range units. I'm not sure if she counts. You know what? Let me just, for the sake of testing, let me see. Does Larvanis count as a range unit when Thea does the ultimate? Because if it does, Thea might have to be the one. Okay, she doesn't, right? So that means Thea's useless. Thea's not going to be good for this team. Then the other one that could do that would be Gladros, but his is depending on the shield. If you have shield, only have debuff immunity, so that might not be good enough either. Mr. Sneaky Age of Empires Mobile, good morning, bud. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. How's it going, brother? So, TLDR, debuff immunity is useless, alright? Again, from my point of view, for this specific pairing, because obviously you want to try and keep the pairing. Right, you want to try and keep the 5-band synergy to get damage boosted and damage reduction. So, if we ignore this, then the next one would be the Dispel debuff. Dispel debuff, well, we have more options. But one of the best options is 100% Nathaniel, because he does it on the battle skill. Because he does it on the battle skill means he's going to keep doing that a lot. That's going to be really helpful. I'm good, just waiting for Godforce, so I thought I'd do some lurking. Thank you. Yeah, I'm waiting for Godforce too. We're almost there. A week and a bit. 11 days to go. Right, 11 days to go. I'm definitely really excited. I'm getting, you know, getting back in the gist of streaming and stuff like that. So, woohoo. Pumped. I'm pumped for that, that's for sure. But if we look at this again, who does... Oh yeah, there's actually two options. There's this guy, but the problem with Fitz is he only transfers all debuffs. It's not enough, right? It's not really enough. You know, let's build this team. Since I'm here, let's build this team first. Let's check the kits first. Crit rate, damage reduced. Reduces recharge speed penalty by 5%. Okay. While the hero is on the field, whenever an allied lightning chain deals damage, there's a 50% chance to trigger an additional one and inflict a random debuff on the target. So lightning chains are gonna happen. These debuffs are gonna happen, but the cool thing is having the summons there should make it be... What's it called? Having the summons there should allow us to have these debuffs land on those as well. So that's the first passive. Then passive number 2, okay, that total damage, blah blah. Okay. So gains attack in alignment up for 10 seconds, dealing lightning damage, 100% chance to trigger lightning chain. The good thing is, having the Dark Lady in the team, she can remove the buff or she can place the buff immunity, sorry, buff prohibition, which is going to be perfect. That's Perkunte. Orphena passive. Hero's basic attack deals damage. There's a 20% chance to trigger lightning chain and re-target the attack to a random enemy within range. So just straight up does lightning chain, more damage. First passive launches 3 attacks against random enemies, so this one goes random. Third attack has a 75% chance to run electrocuted. Pretty straightforward. Enters Overload state and gains attack speed up 2, while in Overlord, basic attacks fire 2 additional bullets and inflicting a random negative effect. So pretty much, I gotta get the block buffs before Perkunte does this one, and before Orphena does that one. So I think this one's 9, and then this one's 9 again. But if I let her full YOLO, it should be okay most of the time. Let's just save this team as a... I think it's Perkunte. Summons. Okay, so because 9's the first one, let's go 18, 18, 18, 18. Let's get the Dark Lady for 18 on the ultimate. And ideally, so let me see, 9 plus 18, that's 27. So let's go 26.5. Because the first rotation, she doesn't have the... Actually, no, look at that. That's good. So initially, she can do it ASAP, which is 8.6. That's amazing. And then after that, every 18 seconds. That way, she should block Perkunte's initial buff, and then should block Orphena's buffs as well. Then for the familiar, let's say again initially, started that. Nathaniel can go full YOLO, so this would be kind of like the right rotations, right? 8. Okay, and then lands at 10. At 10, we already start with the damage. We start the damage with him. So that's pretty much the teams. But now, what can we do that works better? And obviously trying to pair them as much as we can together. And give as many boosts as possible. So first things first. I think he can stick with that. So ideally want something like this, right? I want to get extra attack boosted to Lelwanes. Then let's get this. And then if I can get more attack boosted, let's say I don't care about her. Let's go full on attack. And this one, if I still have some pieces. Okay, I have a piece there. There we go. But then at the same time, make sure I do have the accuracy. So accuracy with as much attack as possible. Accuracy with attack percent. Let's see. Okay, double. That's a good start. No attack over there. Double with attack speed and skill haste. Okay, this is looking good. Okay, then over here, again, the main goal for this team is going to be to give as much damage to Lelwanes as... Oh, triple attack. Let's go. That's what I want to see. Okay, that's the first one. Okay, second one. What else do I want? So the Dark Lady has the Whirlwind Doom, which just makes sense, right? She's gonna have she's gonna be landing tons of debuffs. That means lots of attack. Let's see. Whirlwind Doom, the only attack percent I have, or do I have an attack percent 1? Okay. This is the only issue, unfortunately. I do not have an attack percent in this. Right? So I'm just using the flat attack. Don't judge me, it's just because I don't have it. And I don't have a second attack percent. You want to get as much attack as possible. But Dark Lady will have the Whirlwind Doom. And then for the artifacts, the only quirky thing is, by having Nathaniel in the team, I can now use Orb of the Dragon God, right? Which makes me miss a little bit of damage boost and shields or whatever. But let me check something. So let's start by storing this. So the only ones that dispel debuff, he dispels debuffs and lands attack penalty, but there's no other buffs. Ideally, you do want buffs in the team, because here's the thing. She dispels debuffs, but she does only one buff and spells only one debuff. I think she only does it on herself. Yep. Fathom Down only does it on himself again, I think. And then Staguem, again, dispels debuffs from the hero only. So, the only good ones for dispelling debuffs are Nathaniel, Fitz, and then Gulen, which is not good enough. Because obviously you don't want to get these recharge speed penalties. Because if you get those, you get your team going out of sync, and that's a problem. So again, ideally, I would try and look at, okay, who does that? Who dispels debuffs with this? Doesn't work. And you kind of want to dispel them, right? Even though this one says cannot be debuffed, cannot be removed, right? Let's see, does the crit rate penalty the same? Yeah, okay, so that one you cannot dispel, it's just there. I feel like Bernard is not doing a good job at landing the Witch's Remains. I think instead, I should just put it on the Dark Lady, honestly. And then give Bernard something else, because Dark Lady is just, might do better. Or maybe it's okay, because at the end of the day, you know what? Lilwannis' damage doesn't only come from her ultimate. It does come from the battle skill. It's still like full board. But right around pretty squishy. Yep. So it definitely seems like there's no space for Cinderella in this team. Dark Lady really needs to make sure she lands those debuffs and keeps them there. Otherwise, it's a problem if you don't have the attack penalty. Yep, see, if we don't have the attack penalty, we do start dying. They do so much damage. So ideally, I want those debuffs to be there as much as possible. So because of that, I'm going to try and push her skill haste as much as possible as well. But let's do this. So let's see, the healing. This one definitely would want to have it, I think. But let's put on Dark Lady the Witch's Remains. Skill haste, I like that. Attack and then attack percent and skill haste. And accuracy ideally. Okay, we cannot do that. See? Oh, actually, I don't need that much accuracy. Wait a second. I just said that their accuracy is really reduced. I don't think I need it. So, whatever gives me the most attack. With skill haste and then attack percent. Come on. Kinda sucks, but I still take it. Same thing, attack with attack percent skill haste. Let's see. That's not the best. If I get some defense, that's good, because it gives shares defense with everybody else. Why does it like just get everything else? Okay, let's go skill haste at the top. So no skill haste, I lose attack, I lose that. So pretty much she already has the best possible stuff. Gotcha. Okay, for the top, again, attack percent and I guess defense percent. And this should be the set on Nathaniel, which I'm gonna swap. This one. So we want two pieces of this set. What's it called? Gems Inspiration. Same thing. If I can get some accuracy as well, that's okay. Yep, there we go. Okay, skill haste is a bit low. Not the highest, but that should be okay. Then I don't think I need this. For buffs, I only get 2 from Nathaniel. I'm not gonna have resistance, so that doesn't matter. This one was successfully inflicting debuff. I don't care about that. Resisting, no. Let's just get more accuracy from the talent to make sure we get it. Because again, her ultimate will be on a rotation. So she will be on a 18-second rotation, which she's almost there. Plus the Puppeteer on somebody should be good. Then let's swap Lilwanis a bit. Give her this one with more crit damage. There we go. Attack percent and crit rate. That one looks better. I maybe can get some more crit rate from other stuff. So let's go with this. Get more crit damage. You definitely want this because ideally you should have a ton of debuffs on them. And then over here, obviously, crit damage with crit rate, which I think are the best. Let's see. Yep, pretty much. Just this one would give me a ton more attack. Do I really care about that? I want to keep this crit. I want to keep that. So over here, crit damage, crit rate, attack speed. Come on, crit rate and attack speed, please. Okay, that's a good start. Crit rate, attack speed, and attack percent, please. Okay, I see you. I need a crit rate though. I need to get to 100% crit rate, so I have to go with that. And then over here, crit rate, crit damage, attack speed. Okay, let's see attack percent. Let's flat attack. Don't have that. Let's see, what do I roll? Okay, I like that. Good start. What's this? Okay. So, losing a lot of attack. Let's see, drop the attack percent to get this. Lots of attack speed. I'm not sure if that's really important or not though. Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Quad crit damage. Even if it's a flat resist, I lose some attack, but here's the thing. I get a shit ton of attack from her passive anyway. So that one's gonna be 250% once she hits max stacks. So I think that's good. Look at that. Almost 400% crit damage. I need that's amazing. I think that's Lilwanis build good. Okay, next one. Bernade. So for Bernade, we have to try and get something that helps the team. I think that something is going to be Golden Antlers. Even though we don't need accuracy. Over here, attack and attack percent. You can get some defense percent. Okay, that's good. Okay, this one's nice. This one's nice to keep her alive. Come on. Attack percent, defense percent. The reason why I'm searching for attack percent, defense percent is because that's what she shares with this, right? With this one, Everlasting Candle Flame, start a battle where it shares 15% of their attack and 50% defense with up to 2 adjacent allies. So that's going to be Lilwanis in the middle and Shadowwind up. And also, I think if I do this, oh yeah, I cannot go further in front. So, what was I thinking? So, if I do like this, I do like that. This and that. Well, Lilwanis doesn't get covered then. Oh, sorry, Dark Lady. So I guess I cannot share the defense with Nathaniel. It is what it is. Lilwanis has to be in the middle in between them, so she gets that. But I think this should be actually like this. Should be okay. Shares, boom, boom. Damage gets shared. Okay, so I think so far so good. That's Bernade. Oh yeah, wait. I still had to do with Bernade the Puppeteer. Get defense percent with attack percent just to make sure she's alive. Okay, one better rolls. Or you know what, let me try attack percent with HP and defense percent. Okay, good enough. Attack percent, defense percent. Okay. Good defense, good attack, we're fine. Okay, Irzilas. Irzilas just needs to be tanky. Pretty much. Straightforward, just tankiness. Much as he can be. That's all we care about. Okay, same thing over here. Get him as tanky as possible. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Okay, this is a perfect piece. There we go, more survivability. Ancestral protection, again, HP defense percent. Let's see. Better, maybe. Nope. Maybe. Nope. Okay, there was. This one looked better. Yes, this one, and I can temper it for him. Okay. And let's just do a bit of this. And a little bit of that. Okay. Over here again, HP defense percent, whatever gives it the more survivability. Okay, this one looks pretty good without even leveling it up. It's fine. And then for this, Celestial Decree is gonna be helpful because every time he gets hit, right? Every time he drops under 40%. Oh, look at that! That's amazing. That's amazing. Look at that quad defense percent. It's gonna be good for him. Let's temper it. Come on, give me a +8. 7. That's a start. 5. 25. Come on, you can do better, game. 30. 8. Right. And give me 8. Give me 8. Or at least 7 as well. Okay, good enough. And then obviously Chest of Radiance gives you lots of survivability. Hopefully he should survive with this, right? Like I said, this one's really helpful because heals wearer for 25% max HP at below 40%. Can only trigger once every 20 seconds, but we also get healing from Nathaniel. We also get healing from the Dark Lady's passive every time someone's died. Heals allies heroes by 10% of the dead units max HP, capped at 10% of each ally heroes on max HP. Disco Cat, hello, hello. Thank you for the likes. Yeah, appreciate if people drop a like on the YouTube stream. It does help out, you know, push it for other people to see, right? Thank you, thank you. Okay, so she is just now wearing a set. He's wearing the Ancestral Protection. She's wearing the Puppeteer. And then Nathaniel, okay, Nathaniel, ideally, Solar King Stone's the best build for him. Sorry, the best artifact, or it might be the Aurelian Vest. Might be the Aurelian Vest, because every time you put shields, right from this, every time he puts a shield, we get damage reduction. But Horn does help with both things. I don't need to get the. Actually, I can get this one as well. You know what? I can get this one, but this one's better because you should get damage reduction. You already put shields on the ultimate. Just need to, I guess, make sure that he has high enough skill haste. Whatever gives me the most skill haste. Ideally, skill haste and enlightenment. Let's see. Nope. And that's a no. So, skill haste and HP and defense percent. Let's see. Nope. Okay, skill haste and HP percent only. Maybe. Okay, it's a start. Luckily, got plenty of gold to use. Actually, wait a second. Let me just try HP defense with skill haste. And then see if I have with defense percent. There we go. Come on, give me a triple skill haste at least and I'm good. Thank you. See, you. Sometimes you just gotta ask. Right? Sometimes you just gotta ask and the game delivers. Triple skill haste. There we go. Thank you very much, game. Easy clap. Okay. Over here, enlightenment with skill haste. And if I can get both of these as well. Nope. One of these. Maybe. Let's see, double or triple. Anyway, that's amazing. I just asked and the game's like, there you go. There you go. Here's the problem though. I don't need this one. Or actually, I don't want it on him. So I might have to try and drop this from Ursilas. Ideally, I would want Nathaniel to be in the Secrecy Order. Right? Enlightenment. Then over here again, Enlightenment as survivability. Triple HP percent, what more can you ask? Right? Then some more of that. And then this piece, 100% needs to be Devout Prayer. Look at that, defense percent, perfect. There we go. Got your third copy with Treja from pieces yesterday. Don't really use her. Should I get her artifact? I didn't even see that she has an artifact. She's really good, especially, you know, Inspiration 1's really good for her because that makes her have a full board battle skill. It's, you know, she can be really quirky, she can be helpful for some endgame teams. It is funny that I see her, you know, less and less used. So that's pretty quirky. Okay, so this could be a good one. And then I have to go over here, Ancestral Protection. There we go. Because that way, he can give damage to Lilwanis, right? That's kind of like the goal. Okay. Let's see how this one goes. Wish me luck. Just gotta make sure that Lilwanis does her ultimate when she has those stacks up. I think she did, right? Used to have Natural Instinct be at 25. Okay, let's see. 21. Okay. That's really important with using Bernade, right? When you use Bernade, gotta make sure that, there we go, that those stacks get to 25 before Lilwanis starts doing that high damage. Otherwise, it's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be a bit of a problem. They do so much damage though, these bosses. That's insane. Even with the attack penalties, even with everything, they still do so much damage. It's just crazy. Yeah, I have a feeling that we need to somehow get more survivability, right? It's like, I'm not sure what I would drop from the team. See, there we go. 2 minutes to go and we already died. I mean, here's the thing. Number one thing is I have no elemental affinity in this team. I have nothing, right? So still 2 minutes to go. 231. I think this team can get to like 300, 350 million. But what else can I do? Because the next thing is, okay, having Natural Instinct, damage dealt by summon units. So Natural Instinct increases damage dealt by summon units by 3% for 10 seconds up to 25 stacks. That's 75% more damage. So I cannot drop her. Right? That's straight up. First thing I'm looking, I cannot drop her. If I drop her, we lose 75% damage from Lilwanis. Then I definitely need to keep Nathaniel, because he's my shielder, he's my healer. The only one that looks like I might need to drop is Virzilas, but the problem is, he's the one that brings me summons. I don't think this season was the hardest yet. I don't know how new players are dealing with it. It's been extremely difficult, it's been extremely complicated. It's been an extreme pain in the backside. I completely agree. This season was difficult. So I feel like we need to get something like this with shields. I think I definitely need to drop him. I think I need to drop Virzilas. Again, based on what I can do right now. Drop Virzilas and bring a shielder. That's special. Somebody does shields. Or somebody like this. Ooh. Would it work with Zephy instead of Nathaniel? I gotta try, right? I gotta try. Let me see. Test. Just try Zephy instead. Lightning. Support. I would love it if Zephy can solo support here. I would love it. I doubt it, but I would love it. And I'm just pretty much gonna swap, right? I'm just gonna swap. The only thing that I would do is just change the artifact, swap, and put Auriel Invest, because obviously Zephy doesn't do any healings and doesn't do any cleanse, any dispelling of debuffs. So, okay, okay. And I think ideally Zephy would do the ultimate again every 18 seconds whenever available. That should be fine. Okay, let's try this. We're gonna have more debuffs though. That's gonna be the only difference. Because I don't think Zephy dispels any debuffs. Does Zephy bring any healings? I think not. No, Zephy is mostly about the shields. But even those shields is like they randomly land sometimes. Maybe Zephy is the way, right? Maybe maybe I didn't really see it initially, but maybe Zephy is gonna be the cheat code. I just feel like I need to put, yep. I need to put Zephy to do the ultimate just before they do the ultimate. Because this one, what does it do? 3 attacks random enemies. Gains overall state. Okay. And this is the big damage. And he does only 3x3, but I still want to keep them together because of the way that this stuff happens. Actually, Zephy can do his own thing. Her own thing. So let's see, every 18 seconds. And ideally, let's go 17.5. We covered it for 8 seconds. The whole rotation is more, so mostly cover the ultimate. Let's see. I would love it, right? I would love it if Zephy just kind of like fixes my question or my issue. It might not be the case, but you know, still was trying. Okay. Okay. So far, so good. And we start dying. Well, definitely looks like I'm doing a little bit better with Zephy, but still, it definitely looks impossible. What kind of numbers are you getting? My ads are not what they used to be. So I'm getting 229 million, but still a minute to go. So it's still not the best. For now, I guess I have an idea. But I want to try this as well. So let me do with the Zephy test. Let's see if I get, let's say, drop. Here's the last. We get Nathaniel in there as well. Swap the builds. Get this back on him. Heal. I guess I have to have them pit together. That's fine. Heal. Okay, and oh yeah, I just need to try and get Zephy in the tanky build from Irzilas. And then over here, skill haste at the top, HP or defense. That. Attributes, skill haste at the top. Come on, give me a double or a triple, please. One. Skill haste. Okay. It's not ideal. Seven. I need a 11-second rotation. Anything that gives me ultimate energy. Okay, yeah. So this might work. For the aura, let's use the HP aura again. I might be losing a ton of attack, but it's, you know, just for the sake of testing. So let's see, 18. Then let's see over here, 12 or 11.8. Dark Lady that. Nathaniel YOLO. 12, I think. We're gonna be losing summons though. We're not gonna be having anybody with summons. Let's see. So I don't think we're gonna have any summons, so this might not work. Apart from like this one that we have. Lil Wannis does bring a few of our old summons. But I don't think that's gonna be enough. I think Irzilas is pretty much mandatory. So we can boost those natural instincts. Because I'm not sure if the bear is enough as the only summon, right? It looks like those stacks are there, okay. You know, maybe this is gonna be good. Because here's the thing, we get the cleansing, so we remove the attack down that the bosses do among the other debuffs. We get survivability, we get the boost from the horn. I just need to swap a little bit how Zephy does her stuff. Or might just need to try and boost Zephy's ultimate. Skill haste, sorry, a bit. Nathaniel's just amazing. I love the fact that for teams where you need where you can use him as support, he always seems to end up coming back. Right? I just love that. Yeah, I think Zephy 100% needs to have a little bit more skill haste. Might actually be a lot more. so that I can always have Zephy's ultimate so it don't die. This definitely looks better than with the Irzelas. Obviously, it's not huge damage, but still. 233 million damage. I'm happy with that for now. I don't know what you think, but 233 for now, considering how difficult this boss seems to be, I'm okay with, right? Kurvida Lago for challenges. Kurvida's gonna be on one of the next teams. I don't have a perfect team, but this one's gonna be the team, okay? So Perkunte, let me just write 200, was it 233? Yeah, 233 damage. So that's gonna be Summoner's team for now. But I might end up seeing, like Rhapsody mentions, I might end up using against a Stallion a Dauntless team where Nathaniel might be better than. Let's see, each buff or debuff allies possess increases ultimate skill damage by 5%. All units on the battlefield reduce defense by 5% for times the number of negative effects they have. If you have 10 debuffs, that's 50% defense down. Okay. You know what I want to test against Orfena? Let's get my Vortex Rose team, just for shits and giggles. Let's see what it does. So, this. Actually, what do I need? Who has the boosting stuff? Okay. Okay, let's see what this one does, just for shits and giggles. But let me just do a boom. Okay. I guess let's just do her. Actually, no, let her not do her stuff. Let's leave the timings from the ultimate and see how this one goes. Boom, boom. We don't have anybody dispels buffs though, so I don't think that Aura might be the best. Actually, we can. Actually, we can get Analysis to dispel buffs over here. But again, ideally, you want to have more debuffs, and we're not surviving one solo one. So I don't think Aura will work too good here. I think against this fight, we 100% want to have summoners. Yep. Even though the damage looks good, right? The damage looks good. Or there might be something else I can use that does debuff, buff prohibition. Who does that? Eureka does buff prohibition. Accuracy up. Or actually, no, I don't need buff prohibition. I can just make sure that Analysis has accuracy when she does her ultimate. Because if she does that, she dispels buffs, right? She does that over here. So, does damage, okay. Remove all buffs effect from enemies and remove all debuffs from allies. So I feel like, you know, maybe this does work. Maybe this does work. Let's try. So let me save. Again, Perkunte test. Test. So over here, I would want her to do her ultimate after they do their ultimate. That's 18 times 2. That's 36, right? So let's go at 36.2. You think used Aura versus Ether? Yep, that might work as well. I did this, but then also the other thing that I would need against this team, so I don't need buff prohibition. Analysis can deal with it. Can deal with you know, dispelling debuffs, removing their attack speed, removing his stuff over here. Just this one, he might have it for 10 seconds, but then we're gonna remove it before he does the ult, or as he does the ultimate. See, that's the problem though. Ideally, you'd want to do it before he does the ultimate. But then we also need debuffer. So because we need debuffer, who's the best debuffer that can do as much debuffs as possible? Well, let's go supports. And I think one of them might be her. Accuracy penalty, recharge speed penalty, and debuff immunity. You know what? Maybe Faesa is going to be onto something. We're not going to have attack penalty though. So ideally, we want somebody with attack penalty. Donella's going to be one of those. accuracy penalty and attack penalty, then also healing prohibition. Here brings attack penalty, but again, they kind of like do a bit of weirdness. Elminster Omar, but he doesn't have a full board, so ideally it has to be someone who does full board. What does he do? So deals damage. 2 of their buffs into random effects. If enemy has less than 2, 1% chance to additionally inflict another 2 random debuffs. So this could be interesting. But the problem is, I don't want anybody who brings Witch or Speed penalty, because then it throws off the buff remover that Annalise's would bring. So, funny enough, Donella might be the way. Naro can also bring healing and attack penalty. Right, full board attack penalty, healing prohibition, then empty threads. So he would straight up bring 2 debuffs. What does he do? Okay. So I think it's either gonna be Donella or Naro. Let me just try and bring Donella, right? Okay. Just put Donella over here, and I guess let's just make Donella be the tank. I presume. If I can, of course. Okay, let's activate this one. Recovers, okay, HP. Extends debuff duration, and then for the last one, nothing. Don't care for the last one. Okay, so here's the thing. Everybody's accuracy, so I can just straight up swap and get this build. And Orb of the Dragon God. Even though I don't need that much accuracy. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. So again, initially she does the head. This is what I want them. And Donella just do whatever she does. 18. And then 16. No, 17.5. Wait, no. 18.5. It takes 2 seconds. 17.5 it lands. She does 18.2. And then Donella. Honestly, Donella full YOLO. Attack penalty, accuracy penalty, all of that stuff. Let's see. How does this look? Donella should be tanking it though, because hopefully she should be tanky. Oh wait, I need to swap the builds because she doesn't need enlightenment. Just get a tanky. Accuracy, HP, and defense percent. Go. Triple enlightenment, really? Fine. Okay, what could work here? Is there any other set? I don't think so. Let's see, Puppeteer, Wildwood. I'm not sure I need it. Okay. Let me change up. So she's doing this. So maybe I do keep this one, right? Maybe I do keep the Gems Inspiration. Ooh, actually, no. I forgot. I have a secrecy order that I should put on Annalise's, because Annalise's brings shield, right? This one's good. There we go. Wait, and if I can get some accuracy as well, that would be good, because she would remove the buffs that they have. Go. Accuracy at the top. I have a little bit of this. Okay, that's only one roll. What about this? Maybe. Okay, a double, that's okay. Triple? Nope. Okay. So she does bring the healing, Horn's gonna be good. She does bring the shields, this is gonna be good. Debuffs, that's gonna be okay. Let's just Elemental Ascension this to keep Donella to be tanky. Look at the HP on Donella. Okay, Talethia should be fine with this. Give her more HP. HP percent crit damage. Yes. Oh wait, no, damn it. I thought this was the other one. Oh man. The attack percent crit damage. Yeah, one more crit damage, that's good. What about this one? Okay, that's even better. Because this one, the more buffs we get. Which, do we get buffs? Let me see. Yes, we get buffs from... Oh, we don't get buffs from anyone. No, we do get from Lenkos. Let's just test. Okay, let's see. Okay, so the only problem is gonna be the fact that we're not gonna be landing defense penalty at the back one, so Diantha's not gonna be ideal. Or we are. Interesting. Interesting. It doesn't look like we get enough healing from Talethia or from Analysis only though. Yep, and Talethia dies. Okay, so Aura does not work against this. That's fine. We tried. Let me just store this build. And let me try and take exactly this build against, or this team against Ifeir. Right? So, okay. Let's see how this team does here. Okay, so with that, against this team, kind of looks like 100%. We need control immunity. Or maybe not. Still doing good damage. Still doing good damage, so maybe we don't need it. That's amazing. Oh yeah, let me see. Do we get the attack up from Curse of Mad Blood enough on her? No, so the Curse of the Mad Blood is useless. Let me just go back and swap it, because by the time she gets that attack, it's useless. I'd rather just straight up get the Curse of the Fallen. That makes us do more damage the more debuffs there are out there, right? You know this, I lose a bit of attack, but again, some free damage might be good. 4.1k, 2.9. Okay. Attack with this. Okay. Honestly, I feel like it just makes sense that as soon as the taunts end, we start doing damage, and that's fine because we get a 6-second interval where all 3 clones, or 9-second interval where all of the clones are out there, and we just do damage. So we pretty much can just straight up ignore the taunt, right? Let them do the taunt, let them do the attack penalty, and that way I don't need to bring... I don't need to bring a cleanser, a different cleanser. I don't need to bring control immunity. It might just look like I'm just okay, right? Look at that. As long as Talethia doesn't die, this team fully hollows it and we're good to go. Right? There's a ton of debuffs on there. And obviously, again, the more debuffs there are out there, the more... Okay, just as I was saying, Talethia was like, I'm dying. Okay, so let's go out and let's check this. What does this say? Okay, launches strikes at the enemy with the highest attack, dealing radiant damage and dispelling one buff from the target. So this is where it becomes problematic. Because the ally with the highest attack should be Talethia. But what if we can cheese it? What if we can cheese it the way that we cheesed the Burn team? What if we do this? Let's see. Oh, they're moving. Okay. So because he's melee, they're moving. Let's see. Do they block her now? So there's only one. See? There's actually more. Okay. So because they're melee. This. So now only two should be able to get there, right? Maybe that's help keep her alive. So that might help, right? Because there's only two that can jump on him, on her. The other two, the last one kind of like goes towards the different place. I mean, the other option I could do to completely block them from jumping to her is not get her in front of Annalise's, lose a little bit of damage, but then she's completely in the corner there. That might actually work. You know what? So far, so good. She looks a bit dicey. But here's the thing. I don't think I'm going to need Donella this time around. I think instead of Donella, I just get Rose back. But I just want to do this for the sake of testing. There we go. Cannot even jump to her. Like I said, they cannot jump to Talethia. So Talethia can have as much attack as they want to. As long as they block her in the corner, we're good to go. They cannot jump. So whoever's going to be here on the outside, which in my case is Lenkos, which should be ultra tanky, he just needs to be survivable and we're good to go. There we go. Cheese happens. But I wonder how much the damage gets lowered, right? How much does the damage get lowered because of that? So this one definitely looks against Ifir. The damage looks like it's higher, right? I think I just need to make sure they have attack penalty before they do these jumps. Right? And again, I just need to drop Donella, because Donella's not going to be doing too much of a job in here. And just instead of Donella, bring back Rose to bring attack penalty, bring healing, and kind of like stop them from rotating as fast. Because the way that our rotation works is not really reliant on their doing stuff specific when they do it. So, plus I can get, guess what? I can get more damage on Diantha. Right now she's wearing this, but I don't need that. So, edit lineup. Let's go this. What do I want over here? I want to keep them same element. And I 100% I think go Rose. Straight up go back with Rose. Unless can I 4 DPS it, I wonder? What if I 4 DPS? What if I get Amonlay down there? Can we survive without the attack penalty? That's gonna be the question. if we can be good. But then maybe I test that later. Let's just go for now with Rose instead. Because most people might not have Amoleda, or most people would say, why would you go for Amoleda? Rose will heal as well, exactly. She's going to be extra helpful because she will heal as well. So get the Donella build. Get the... Okay, what do I want over here? Orbit the Dragon God. Actually, this time around, I can just give her Witch's Remains. Lenkos can wear the Orb of the Dragon God. And then we can get Diantha to be a damage build. What would be good? Or do I just go with Golden Lanthers to increase my overall damage? Or do I just go with this? Oh, this one sucks actually, not with this. But Poison Swamp. When the wearer receives healing, gains 4% damage up and damage reduction for 10 seconds. This effect can stack up to 10 times. So you can get 40% damage up. You know what? I never tested. What if this is actually better on Alethi? I will have to test it. It's 40% because every time you get healed. And guess what? The healing over... Actually, not 40. For... Actually, it is. From her. It is. Anyway, let me just try and get a damage build. What's her face? So let me see. Lenkos. Lenkos can actually wear Whirlwind Edge. Right? Something that's survivable. Whirlwind Edge. And then Puppeteer. Anything that gets him tanky. There we go. That's all he cares about. So, if she's gonna be there in the corner... Let's see, can we get Rose? Rose doesn't necessarily need to have the Ancestral Protection. But ideally she would have high... Ideally she would have the high accuracy. So, let me see. Do I have anything? Do I have an HP percent in this one? I don't. So here's the sucky thing. I don't have an HP percent or attack percent. Oh. Okay, do I have a crit damage? Crit rate? Okay, I do have a crit rate. Okay, let's try this. Then let's go attack percent. And strike them prepared. Again, look at... I'm missing everything. I swear I did 200 runs in strike them of Grave of Curse, and I still don't have an attack percent chance in strike them prepared. I do have an attack percent chance in the stupid Everlasting Candle Flame. Fine. Fine. I gotta make sure I don't have more attack on Diantha than I have on Talethia. That's the only thing. Okay, I guess let me just go with damage build. Do we have the one this? Okay, attack percent then. Okay, I do have it. See, this. Let's go with that. And let's go with this. HP, crit damage, HP percent. Okay. Okay, so let's see. She has 5,000 attack. That's a lot. She needs to get more attack. Okay, we have attack percent, attacking crit rate, attacking crit damage, attack percent, HP percent ideally. Okay, I'm losing it. Okay, crit damage, attack percent. That's it. I need a lot more attack. Please, give me like triple. Bruh. Okay, crit damage and HP percent then. You don't want to do that. The only thing I can get is 7 more attack. That's so sad. Maybe I do swap these though. Like I lose some crit damage, but I gain the attack to make sure that she's the highest attack, which is really important. Because if she's not the highest attack, then Diantha will get the buff from Linkos. Another one, 4.5, 4.6. I think this might be okay. Okay, damage build her. She gains a bit of attack. She gains lots of attack from this one. She does her stuff. He does the thing. Okay. Now then, for timings. Let's see. Can I actually do this again? Like this? And maybe only one can jump in the back? Who has the... Okay, he has that. Okay, let's see again. So timings. I want to do that. Again, 15.8, 18 seconds. Rose can just full YOLO. Rose can full YOLO and do her thing. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, they do run ahead sometimes. But let's see. Maybe Talethia is gonna survive. I actually have to make Rose go after 12. We're pretty much here. Oh yeah, when Linkos does his ultimate, does it go to Talethia? Or does it go to... Okay, yeah, it does. Okay, we're good. So that's okay. But we take too much damage. So that's not fine. It's okay. Let's just push them all back there. Okay, let's see. Okay, no. Who's the tank? Actually, no. They're gonna jump. I think Rose has to go just before they do the ultimate. And every 18 seconds to dispel the attack penalty. So 18 and then 17.8 if it works. But I think she's still gonna be taunted, so that might not work. Plus, with landing the recharge speed penalty, I don't think she's gonna do it ideally, but still, worth a shot. I feel like Annalise's needs to do her ultimate after they do the attack, so she cleanses the attack penalty. So maybe because she's not over there, let's say 18.5, because she's not behind anybody, she can do the 18-second rotation. Okay, let's see attack penalty. Okay, do that. She didn't quite do it well, though. Yeah, we still have attack penalty. We gotta cleanse that. So, let me just see. Because Rose doesn't need... I even forgot to do Rose's build properly. So, let's see. Accuracy resist with enlightenment. Come on, accuracy and enlightenment. Hell yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try and see if I can get Rose some resist, right? Enlightenment with accuracy and resist. Come on. Okay, that's good enough for me. She does. I don't think she wants to have this though. I don't think I want to have a puppeteer on her. I think because I want the resist as well. Maybe she's gonna be the puppeteer's inspiration. Let's see, accuracy, resist, enlightenment. Ideally, enlightenment with accuracy and resist. Resist. Okay, come on, give me a quad. Double. Good enough. Okay, accuracy, resist. Oh yeah, I forgot that I have no resist on this one. On this piece, I have 0 resistance. So at least let me get the highest accuracy I can get. Go. I mean, I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough. But, you know, I'm trying. 290 is definitely not enough. I guess might as well do this on them. Reduce their ultimate energy. And honestly, just let Rose full YOLO, let her full YOLO. So because I only need that, what if... Just keep them like this. I need to make sure that Annalise's actually goes after the attack penalties land. So now. Okay. Come on. Annalise's must... Taletia must not die. Attack penalties need to be there. That's the only quirky thing with Rose is she does land a reach of speed penalty, so it makes it more difficult to sit in the rotation, right? To be always doing stuff at the 16-sec rotation, but... Yep, see? She died. Why did Taletia die? Let's see if we do this. Bruh, Rose, why are you running? Rose, why are you running? Can we block Rose there with this? No, she still runs. Okay, Interesting. I mean, this team is definitely the way, right? This team is 100% the way to do the good damage in there. The other option I could do is, instead of Rose, I can look at who else brings attack penalty and hopefully something else without bringing reach or speed penalties. Because I feel like that's the way for me to do it. Make sure to attack penalty before they do their ultimate, because look at the damage that they do, that's a problem. So who else works in this team? Ideally Radiance Hero. So Radiance Hero that brings attack penalty. Okay, we have Sagomir, which again is not the best. We have Ithair. We have our own Ithair, which could work because she also brings healing. You know what? Let's try Ithair because I have him. Or let me try the, let me try the Donella because it's more relatable. Maybe just try Donella. Again, it's more relatable. Bring Donella in the team. Again, she needs to be the tanky one over here, though. the Roses build. And then I cannot put the Witch's Remains, is not gonna work though anymore because it's Donella only does one hit AoE. And then over here that means she's gonna have to be the Witch's Remains. Accuracy, damage, hit rate. Really? Okay. Okay, let's see how this one's gonna look now. Store. So, I need a cleansed weapon after the ultimate. And the attack penalty before they do their ultimate. So 17.5. But then I might need some more resist on Donella. That's gonna be the issue. And then the ultimate would be a 19 for her. 18 and 16. Actually, I think this is enough, right? Because if Donella has some actions and her stuff, she also lands accuracy penalty on them, so that might work. Okay, let's see. Come on. Okay. Damn, Talis is taking a ton of damage. And at least this isn't quite good enough to So honestly, it kind of looks like there's no point for me hiding Taleta in the back because they still jump her. So maybe I just have the usual stuff. And it's she still takes the damage, right? Even though the jumping does happen, she still takes the damage, it seems. So okay, at least she doesn't take the basic attack, so that does help, but it's not as much. It doesn't help as much as I thought. Yeah, she does a lot. She dies a lot faster. So let's just go back in the corner. Oh yeah, why do I have double puppeteer, bruh? Why do I have double puppeteer? Okay, let's get ancestral protection back on Lenkos. Soak up some of the damage. That might help, right? That might help keep us alive. She's the puppeteer again. She has this, and then that, and then all of the other stuff and the things. Okay, so puppeteer, ancestral protection, and then the secrecy order, whatever it's called, and then her with the witch's remains. Okay. I could do something cheeky though. I just realized I could do something cheeky. I could make Donella have the highest attack. So they keep jumping Donella. But, because it doesn't count if she has highest attack in the team for Linkos as well. As long as the second highest attack or a hero is actually Talethia, we're good. But so far this is looking interesting. Donella needs to not be taunted though. How do they attack? See, that's stupid. How do they attack from here? Right from here, they go pew pew on her. How? That seems like a cheat code. Yeah, I think I have to go because she's gonna do that. I have to go again 37. Cleanse attack penalty, and then Donella does her thing. What am I drinking? Coffee and water. Because it's afternoon for me, so it's pretty early to be doing other types of drinks. The only problem, they're a bit too split apart, right? So I'm losing on some damage from the defense penalty. So let's see. Let's try this again. As long as Donella doesn't get taunted, that's fine. Okay. So Annalise's does cleanse that attack penalty. Sorta. Also, we can stun the clones. That's really important to keep in mind. So we can stun the clones. That's massive. That means if we give a little bit of accuracy to Annalise's, that should help us stay alive. So let's do that, right? Let's do that. Accuracy and then skill haste, I guess. 30, that should help. Let's do a bit of tempering over here. 7, of course. Oh, ooh, triple. Come on, do it better. 9, okay, good enough. 246. Do the baby one over here. You have much more patience, team building than I do. After 5 minutes, it's like, it's good enough, lol. Yeah, I like that. This is the type of thing that I like. Change to PvP talents on Nicholas to Diantha for additional stuns. Oh. Luton, that's a good idea. Let me see, which one? When the Continental deals damage, there's a 100% chance to ignore resistance and apply it. Oh, you smart. You smart. Let me do that. It's a good idea. It's like I lose a bit of HP, but getting a few more chances to do more stuns. That's great. Yeah, what does her specific talent do again? When the old hero's battle skill successfully applies a shield to an ally gaze. Okay, we don't care about that. Thank you for the idea, bro. Appreciate you. Why is it silence? It's not stun, it's silence. Why? It looks like it's silence instead of stun. What's the silence about? Interesting. You can cast skills. I know, but I mean, where's the silence from? I don't have a silence in the team. That's what doesn't make sense to me. Maybe they get maybe this is silence instead of stun. Oh shit, my bad. Silence. I don't need that. That doesn't help. I thought it was stun. My bad. I thought it was stun. Stun doesn't help. Because the clones don't think cast skills. Okay. Yeah, I don't think the clones cast skills, so that doesn't help. My bad. I thought they were I thought this was stun. I didn't even read it. I don't think that helps in any way. So let me just go back to HP. Because they still jump, because the boss does the stuff and they're like, yay, we're coming. The stun from Annalise is gonna be good though. Every country has gypsies do on free fire, so I don't know what you're talking about. Another thing that I could do is I could try and get the Holy Hunter on maybe Diantha or something like that. That could be quirky. I feel like the more stuns we have in the team, I feel like the better job we could do. Because the clones help out with a ton of damage. Or I could have Rose back instead of what's her name again? Donella. And then have Rose in the Holy Hunter. Yeah, because it seems like we just don't heal enough with only Annalise's. Okay. So, let's swap again. Let's get Rose in there. Oh yeah, I was looking at this. But I prefer Rose, because Rose also brings attack penalty. Apart from healing and stuff. And then over here, I can go back with the Witch's Remains. And then her, she can go back to this. And then Rose, let's try Holy Hunter for Rose. Bring some stuns. Maybe it helps, maybe it doesn't. I know, we gotta test. Let's see, what gave me the highest resist? Actually, I don't think I need resist. If I place Rose in the right spot, she should not be needing resistance, based on what I've seen. I just need to find the right spot. So, let's go with this one again. Enlightenment and accuracy. No, never mind. Enlightenment at the top. Ideally, again, enlightenment and accuracy. Could have been better, could have been worse. Come on, more enlightenment. Never mind. Okay. So because we have this, then we will need Linkos to be in the Puppeteer now. Whichever one was the best one. It's this. Let's see how this one goes. Skill timings again. Just gonna make sure this is okay again. 16. Full YOLO for her, and honestly, I should just let full YOLO for Annalise's as well. Because they're not going to be in the perfect rotation. So let's just go with everybody. I think I take the initial taunt, so I need to leave them like this. Let's see. Am I summoning? Yep, I will be summoning, but not now. A little bit later for a video tomorrow. Oh yeah, nope. So Puppeteer, what's it called? Rose not on the witches because Rose is out of sync from the damage dealers. So Diantha needs to be in the witches. Since she has some accuracy anyway. Let's see. Oh yeah, why is Rose... oh yeah, Rose needs to be placed in different spots because she gets taunted. So again, I was looking at that. Rose can go something like this. Why did she get taunted? Oh, because it's every time everybody gets taunted. So because of that, I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's just get them here. At least we keep the clones together. It does look like we pretty much keep the clones stunned, which means we don't take that much damage. How does Talete keep dying? Talete needs to stop dying. Oh yeah, let me see. Can I cheese it like I said? Can I cheese it and just make Is she aura? Yes, she's aura, damn it. I was gonna make attack gonna make her, you know, let me just go again with let's see, Radiance and support. Who has the highest base attack? Her or Donella? They're pretty much the same. That's funny. Can we get them to have higher attack than the damage dealers? That would be the question. I'm shocked she dies. I really thought her build was a bit better. I really thought she was tankier, but apparently she's not. Maybe I would do this, something like this instead. Gain more damage, lose some crit rate, maybe lose some attack. That would ideally need something like this. Wild team can be useful, yes. Can be useful against one of these fights. We'll have to check. Trade Trillionaire, hello, hello. New player here. I know you told me that a few weeks ago, Trey. How are you doing? Oh yeah, that's rubbish. Do I not have something that gives her a bit more HP? Without losing a ton of attack? Lose 7 attack and gain a bit of HP. Okay, let's go with just full on attack. Whatever gives me the most attack, I guess I'm already wearing it, that's weird. Well, on this Berian got Taletia and 2 more exclusive before reaching 300, but everyone saying Wild is trash. Wild's not the best, but he can be useful for certain fights, but you need a lot more. Argent for Donella. Argent could help with her passive, just the issue is with Argent I would lose the attack penalty. But that's something worth thinking about. The only issue is why is she dying? She should not be dying as easily. Right, that's the only quirky thing. She should not be dying like that. That's crazy luck, Trey. Nice. I guess Ardred would give 30% defense up and high resist, but we don't really need high resist on everybody, just on herself. Like Ardred could have high resist on herself. That could be helpful. Also could be a really good healer, because the only one that looks problematic in HP is actually Alethea. Everybody else seems like okay. Like, I have no idea how they attack through this or what's happening, but definitely looks like getting more survivability. But it's like we have attack penalty when they jump. That's so weird. Okay, let me just quickly try that. You're missing Flora now. Flora might, I think Flora's still the main damage dealer. I could not test because I don't have the new guy to see how it is. Okay, so Ether test. Let's do the last test because I want to keep the way that I already have this. So, Radiance, let's get her in there. The Ardred to be the Giga Chad lady in there. And get her to have the Ancestral Protection. Okay. Pretty much anything that gives me the highest defense. And then over here, Orb of the Dragon God, of course, to keep getting those boosts. Then over here, what do I want that gives me the highest defense? So she just does healing. There's nothing else I think here that actually helps. Because yes, let me just finish this one. This could be helpful. Shields we already have from Annalise's. For her, I cannot think of anything that could help. I'm just gonna put a random piece in there, like whatever. Or, you know what? No, maybe there's something at the top that could help. Just whatever gives me the highest defense. One of this. Or something this. But she doesn't die, so... No. Yes, let me just put that for now. And over here, I want whatever gives me the highest attack interval, right? I want a ton of attack interval, because the faster she attacks, the more she heals. Chorak seems to make it more consistent with the passive. It could, yes. See, 18, and then was 16 over here. Okay. Which team is useful if you don't have Wild Team? For what? New one, Free Fire. The question is for what? Oh yeah, wait a second. Let me just give some resist to Ardred while I'm at it. There's resist and then attack speed. Oh, this would be nice to roll at the bottom. Come on. Come on, roll down, give me the good stuff. Okay, good enough. Then over here again, attack speed. Ideally, attack speed. You know what? Let me just put the resist. She should be tanky enough to be able to have a resist chest plate in Ancestral Protection. There we go. 251. Defense percent resist. There we go. Defense percent and then resist at the top. Okay, so after her passive is maxed, she should have enough resistance. Okay, Ardred definitely looks like she keeps Talethia alive better. %, because she puts defense up, she does healing, she puts that what's it called? That recovery over time when she max heals, which she does. Okay. Rhapsody, genius idea. So far, genius idea, Rhapsody, thank you, thank you. Continental challenge, okay, but for which fight in one Free Fire? That's the thing. I've not tested, but ideally, they do good against single target bosses. So, Wild could be good against the Frurbat, could be good maybe against the Astoyan boss, so we'll have to see. Rhapsody, I think you helped me crack the code. Rhapsody, you helped me crack the code. Well done. Thank you for the idea. Look at this. Ardreth helps me survive. Ardreth helps this team go all the way. Ardreth makes Talethia stay alive. Amazing, amazing. Thank you, Rhapsody. Exactly. Talethia is now getting cream, just straight up explode. There we go. 320 million. So far, so good. This is looking awesome. 300 and almost 30 million. And if that's amazing. That's perfect, perfect, perfect. Thank you, Rhapsody, for the idea. So let me rename it, and then obviously I'm going to be testing more. So, if a year, 330 million aura. Then I can just delete the Rose one, because I don't need that. Tercunte summons, I think this one did the best, so the other summons ones I can delete. Felicity, that's my, okay, 1, 2, so I have like 4 teams so far tested. Okay. Nice to have the shoe on the other foot. You have helped me for years now. Yep, that's why sometimes I like to do these on stream, because, you know, the simplest idea, the simplest thing to be like, you know, test that. Could be the difference between me doing huge damage or not, you know. One thing I do want to test is this, though. Poison Swamp. I wonder if the Poison Swamp actually does better in this situation or not. Whichever gives me the highest crit rate. This one, okay? And then over here, again, crit rate to damage ideally with attack or HP. Neither. Really? Really? Okay, can I get crit damage and attack percent? No. You know what? I don't have a ton of crit damage, so might as well just go attacking crit rate and maybe HP percent. No. Okay, gotcha. Oh, look at that triple. Look at that triple. It's a lot of crit rate. Still go back with this. Still go back to that. 4.1. 4.8. Okay, just for the sake of trying. Tarkin Faye hard 119. Yeah, it can be difficult. Pretty much I use this team with the more damage in there. So let's see, what did I want to change? Oh yeah, I wanted to see how much damage I do with Poisonous Swamp. I do more or less. Because most of the healing will be going on Talethia anyway. So should be getting most of the boost for damage, plus that gives her more crit damage. Really curious how it's gonna look. So we had 300 and almost 30 million with that one. Let's see, does this give us more or less? Get so bored doing team building alone, but I can watch you do it for hours. Like life is funny. Yeah, I get it. I have that kind of situation sometimes with certain things. I can do it. For example, I used to be the opposite. For example, I didn't really want to do it on stream. I just wanted to do it in my own time while I'm you know, just sitting at a PC at night and whatnot. But since the baby, I don't like to do it as much. I get more annoyed. I get more annoyed if I do it on my own. But on stream, it's more fun because I interact, I chat with you guys. It's more fun. I can be like, you know, my usual funny thing. I'm like, fuck you, Plarium, or any other thing. We can, you know, have some shits and giggles, and I'm more relaxed. I'm more relaxed because I'm interacting at the same time. When I'm if I'm on my own, kind of like you said, I do it and just get annoyed and just give up. I'm like, yeah, nope, I'm out. Okay, so damage just looks similar between Swamp and the Bell. The only thing is that the Bell does give us a bit more survivability. The other thing that I need to try now is try and see how can I get the Anther to do more damage. What's my graphics card? I don't remember. It's an AMD Radeon something. I don't remember. And it's dying. It almost died, so I'm gonna need to change it at some point, but it's an AMD. But I think this is gonna be a good point to leave it. Thank you, everyone. Let's drop a raid on somebody on Twitch. Let's see who's let's see who is on Twitch that we can drop a raid to, because I need to go eat and stuff and got recordings soon and whatnot. But hope everybody had a good time. So I see okay, I see a new name. I see Bullet. Bullet. Let's drop a raid to Bullet. Thank you everybody for watching. Again, I'm gonna release a video later today. It's that I'm gonna go over, or soon, when I'm gonna go over should you be summoning or not, what you should be focusing on, all of that. So hopefully I give good advice. I'm gonna check this guy's kit as well. But for now, thank you for everybody. Hope you had a good time in my stream. Let's drop a raid to somebody on Twitch. It's not a lot of us, but you know, it's always good to share the love. Appreciate everybody being here. Hope you all have an amazing weekend. I might stream tonight Watcher Realms. Not 100% sure, but keep an eye on my Watcher channel and on Twitch, because if I'm gonna stream Watcher, it's gonna happen here. But up until then, peace, love, take care everyone. See you next time.